And at number 10, Matt Bomer and Simon Halls. Matt Bomer rose to fame on the hit show White Collar in 2009. When he originally came into the limelight, he didn't open up about his sexuality. He later came out during a 2012 acceptance speech when he thanked his family. At that point, Bomer and Halls were already married. The couple opened up about their marriage later, admitting that they got privately married in 2011. The wedding was small and only included family and friends. The pair has a 13-year age gap, and when they got together, Bomer was 34 and Halls was 47. The couple, who are known to be very private, have welcomed 3 kids together via surrogacy: Kit Halls in 2005 and twin brothers Walker and Henry, born in 2009. And at number 9, Alicia Vikander and Michael Fassbender. Alicia and Michael started dating back in 2014 after meeting on the set of The Lights Between Oceans. The couple has 12 years between them. Alicia is 32 and Michael is 44. At first, the couple kept their relationship low-key and didn't tell anyone on the set. However, their wedding was exposed after the couple returned from their private wedding ceremony in Ibiza in 2014, 3 years after they started dating. When speaking about the secretive nature of their relationship, the couple said, quote, "I think we've made a clear statement that we keep certain things just between us. It was very easy to unite, but that's quite personal." Adding, quote, "I'm not going to talk about my private life with a total stranger unless I feel like I need to." And at number 8, Princess Charlene and Prince Albert. The royal couple met at a swimming competition in Monte Carlo in 2000. At the time, Princess Charlene was 22 and Prince Albert was 42. The pair dated for 10 years before deciding to tie the knot and getting engaged, then married in 2011. The couple is celebrating their 10-year wedding anniversary this month, but unfortunately they will not be celebrating it together. Princess Charlene contracted an illness while in South Africa and has been instructed not to travel. She told the press, quote, "This year will be the first time that I am not with my husband on our anniversary in July, which is difficult, and it saddens me. However, Albert and I had no choice but to follow the medical team's instructions, even though it's extremely difficult." And at number 7, Harrison Ford and Calista Flockhart. This couple first met at the 2002 Golden Globe Awards and have been together ever since. At the time the couple met, Ford was 60 and Lockhart was 38. There's a 22-year age gap between them. After meeting, the pair dated for 7.5 years before Ford asked her to marry him in 2009. They got married later that year. The couple have now been married for over 10 years and adopted a son named Liam together. And at number 6, Hillary Burton and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. This couple started dating in 2009 after they were set up by Morgan's Supernatural co-star Jensen Ackles. It's actually a miracle that the couple was able to meet in the first place. Burton planned on living in Paris after her departure from One Tree Hill, but after she got cast on Supernatural, she stayed in town and met Morgan. In her memoir, The Rural Diaries, Burton revealed that their relationship moved quickly. They moved in together and were pregnant with their son, Gus, within a few months of meeting. Everyone was taken aback that they were moving so fast, but Burton told People, quote, "When he came along, he was so sure of himself. I was not a girl anyone pursued. I've always been alpha." And Jeffrey was like, "You're gonna be my girlfriend." The couple has a 16-year age gap between them, and they now have 2 children together.
At number 5, Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder. Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder didn't waste any time before taking the next step in their relationship despite having a 10-year age gap. Just 6 months after they started dating, the two would get engaged in January 2015 and would get married in April of 2015. While both had no idea if they were doing it right, they definitely both woke up every day to choose each other. Over the years, the two have done a lot. They've laughed a lot, they've continued to cheer each other on, and they've shown us what a true support system looks like. Since getting together, this couple has continued to show us their love for each other every chance they get. Their endless smiles, family, and reflection have shown age is just a number and it isn't going to stop them from loving each other. And number 4, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Sam Taylor Johnson. Actor Aaron Taylor Johnson and director Sam Taylor Johnson have been together for more than a decade. However, despite having a 23-year age gap, it's never stopped the pair from speaking about their long-lasting romance in various interviews. No one knows the exact age they both were when they first met. However, publications have claimed that he was 19 and she was 42 years old when he auditioned for her. Aaron has even told Harper Bazaar that he still remembers how Sam looked at that first audition when he said, "I knew exactly what she was wearing. This white shirt that she still has that I love. It definitely changed my life, though not in the way I expected." The couple has also never been scared to talk about their age gap, as Aaron has also spoken about it when speaking to Telegraph UK in 2015, when he said, "When I met Sam, I'd already lived a life far beyond most of my contemporaries. I didn't relate to anyone my age. I just feel we're on the same wavelength. At number 3, we have Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. David Cross and his wife Amber Tamblyn have been married since 2012, but the comedian has admitted that he was hesitant to get with the actress at first due to their 19-year age gap. David has even admitted that during the couple's first on-stage appearance at the 2012 comedy show in New York, that he was really unsure if it was okay to even make the first move. He would even then tell HuffPost that I was slow to make any moves because of our age difference, and also because she was a fan. Amber immediately responded by joking by saying, "If anyone's wondering, I'm 14. At number 2, we have Katharine McPhee and David Foster. Grammy winner David Foster knows there's been plenty of chatter when it comes to his 35-year age gap between him and his wife, Katharine McPhee. However, both have gone on to pay no mind to it. David even went to tell people that people always make reference with Kat and I with the age difference, but I've always said there's so many things that can bring a marriage down. And age difference is just one of them. There's so many things that can go wrong. We think we have it pretty together." Now, fans were definitely super shocked to see Katharine and David when they first got together, despite some major backlash and criticism the two have faced since getting together due to their massive age gap. The couple has remained classy and has taken it all in stride. At number 1, we have Rosie Huntington and Jason Statham. Rosie Huntington and Jason Statham are definitely in it for the long haul, as the couple has been together for more than a decade despite their 20-year age difference. While some people have raised their eyebrows since the two got together, both don't seem to be bothered by the age gap, as Rosie has even said, age is nothing but a number. Rosie and Jason have been best mates since they first met. They laugh, and Jason has created a relationship that she's never experienced in prior relationships. Since 2010, the pair have often showcased their relationship in the public eye and have been proving that they are made for each other, even if there is a 20-year age gap between them. Both seem to be really good for each other and happy, and we all look forward to seeing where the relationship takes them.
And at number 10, Scott Disick and Amelia Hamlin. Following his breakup from Sophia Richie, Scott Disick has a new girlfriend who is even younger than his last one. The 37-year-old Keeping Up with the Kardashians star revealed a few months ago that he was officially dating 19-year-old Amelia Hamlin, daughter of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa Rinna. A source said about their relationship, quote, "He's been telling friends how much she means to him and how into her that he is." And when asked about the 18-year age gap, apparently the couple doesn't feel the age difference. The source added, quote, "She grew up in the industry and knows how all this works. It's a different type of maturity, and they don't really feel the age difference." And I'm happy for them, but I do think it's odd that he dated two people when they were 19 years old back to back. And at number 9, Woody Allen and Soon Yi. So this couple does not only have a large age gap, they also have a very controversial start. Woody Allen started seeing Mia Farrow in 1980, and Farrow had 14 children, including adopted daughter Soon Yi, who would later marry Allen. In 1992, after 12 years of being together, Farrow found nude photos of Soon Yi, who was 21 at the time, in Allen's house. When confronted by Farrow, Allen, then 57, said that he had slept with Soon Yi for the first time 2 weeks before. In August of 1992, Allen released a statement that he was in love with Soon Yi, and then later in 1997 they got married and have been together since. So there's a lot of weirdness with this one, not just the 35-year age gap. And at number 8, Hugh Hefner. The Playboy mogul was known for his relationships with young women that were decades younger than him. He famously dated 3 women at the same time during the show Girls Next Door, when he dated Holly Madison, Kendra Wilkinson, and Bridget Marcourt at the same time. Hefner married a total of 3 times, and a crazy fact was that his first divorce happened 27 years before his 3rd wife was even born. In 2012, Hefner married his last wife, Crystal Harris. She was 26 at the time, which was 60 years younger than the 86-year-old Hefner. And when they were together, Crystal was decades younger than Hefner's children with his first wife, as many of Hef's kids were in their 60s, while Crystal was in her 30s. And at number 7, Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Back in 1996, during the Duval Film Festival, friends introduced Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas to one another. And after that coincidental meeting, the two would later marry in 2000. The pair has a large age gap of 25 years. Even crazier though is that they actually share the same birthday of September 25th. Douglas is 76, while Zeta-Jones is 51. And the pair are still going strong after 20 years of marriage. Douglas and Zeta-Jones have 2 children together. Dylan was born 3 months after the two married in 2000, and another followed 3 years later. So even though the gap is large for this pair, they are very much in love. And at number 6, David Foster and Katharine McPhee. David Foster first met his wife Katharine McPhee during season 5 of the show American Idol, Idol, where he was a mentor. According to Harper's Bazaar, the two did not confirm their relationship until their engagement in 2018, which was not long after his divorce from model Yolanda Hadid. So this is another one with a really big age gap of 34 years, with David being 71 and Catherine being 37. Something that probably adds a layer of awkwardness onto this one though is the fact that Catherine is actually older than a few of David's daughters with his first wife. Foster said about their age difference, quote, "Look, we have haters on social media and there's not a person around that's not going to make some comment about the age difference. But there are so many things that can bring a marriage down, and one of them is age difference, but that's our only problem." Halfway at number 5, George Clooney and Amal Clooney. George and Amal are probably one of my all-time favorite couples, especially because Amal was able to make an honest man out of him and take him out of his bachelor phase. In 2014, the pair announced their engagement to the shock of many. At the time, Clooney was 52 and Amal was 35. The pair have a 17-year age gap between them. The couple officially tied the knot in September of 2014, just a year after they met, with a beautiful Venetian wedding. The pair now have 2 kids together, twins Ella and Alexander. When speaking about their age gap, Clooney said, quote, "Well, I liked her, but I didn't want to jump the shark on it. I couldn't tell if she liked me because I'm 17 years older than her, so she might have thought I was her grandpa." Yeah, I don't think there's anyone on earth who would consider George Clooney a grandpa, like, come on. And at number 4, Leonardo DiCaprio and Camila Morrone. So if you watched the most recent Golden Globes, you saw Ricky Gervais savagely call out Leo for exclusively dating girls that are way too young for him. It's such a hot topic that someone actually made a graph calling out the fact that the ages of the girls that he dates stayed the same over the years, while he just keeps getting older. He is currently dating actress Camila Morrone, who is 24, while Leo is 46, a 23-year age gap. Recently, Camila spoke about their age gap after she noticed Leo being heavily criticized online, saying, quote, "There's so many relationships in Hollywood and in the history of the world where people have large age gaps. I just think anyone should be able to date who they want to date." The couple was first linked together in January of 2018 during a trip to Aspen, Colorado. The pair are pretty private about the relationship and really don't share much with the public. And at number 3, Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. This gap is definitely the biggest on this list so far, with 32 years in between them. In 2015, rumors started to swirl that American Horror Story's Sarah Paulson was dating Holland Taylor. Paulson later confirmed their relationship in an interview with the New York Times in 2016, stating, quote, "What I can say absolutely is that I am in love, and that person happens to be Holland Taylor." Paulson is 46 and Taylor is 78. The two first got together in 2015, but they had met 14 years earlier at a dinner party. At that time, Paulson was with her ex. However, she says that she remembered thinking Taylor was, quote, "probably the most exquisitely beautiful woman she'd ever seen." And at number 2, Alec Baldwin and Hilaria Baldwin. Alec and Hilaria have 26 years between them, but that hasn't changed much about their relationship. They first met in 2011 in New York when Hilaria was working as a yoga instructor. Their relationship moved quickly from there. Hilaria told Beach magazine in 2013, quote, "5 months into our relationship, we got an apartment together. Then we started talking about getting married. Then he proposed. Then we got married. Now we have a kid." The couple has been together for 10 years and now have 6 children together. Hilaria is 37 and Alec is 62. And finally, number 1, Alexis Roderick and Billy Joel. Billy Joel recently married his 4th wife, Alexis Roderick, his biggest age gap relationship to date. At the time of the wedding, Joel was 66 and Roderick was 33. The couple welcomed daughter Della Rose in 2015 and a second daughter, Remy Ann, in 2017. Initially, the couple kept their relationship very quiet and made no mention of it on social media. However, a month later, it was confirmed that Joel had fallen for Alexis. She revealed that the two had been friends for years before getting together. When speaking about the relationship to Parade magazine in 2018, Joel said that in his other relationships, he was mostly concerned with working, and he was away from the house most of the time. But this time, he's working less, and he wants to concentrate more of his time on being a family man and spend time with his kids.
Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown has just revealed that she is now engaged to her boyfriend that she has been in a relationship with for 2.5 years, Jake Bon Jovi. The Stranger Things actress, who is 19, announced the news earlier Tuesday alongside Jake, who is the son of legendary singer Jon Bon Jovi. Showing off her glimmering rock with a monochrome picture, the teenage star beamed from ear to ear while in the arms of her new fiance. When she went on to caption her post by saying, "I've loved you 3 summers now, honey, I want them all." Jake also shared an announcement post on his own page, simply writing "forever" alongside 2 snaps of the couple. The announcement would confirm some speculation that's been circulating online for the last couple of weeks after Millie was seen flashing a glimpse of the ring in her recent post. post. With the two connecting on Instagram and becoming friends through the platform before they started dating, it still has a lot of people questioning how appropriate their relationship really is. Number 9. Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's marriages have always been pretty controversial, especially to her first husband, Damon Thomas. And this is probably because the star admitted that she was under the influence when she made the decision to marry the music producer, when she was just 19 years old. With the star admitting on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she made some pretty bad decisions in the past due to her substance use, she would elaborate on her use to her younger sister Kendall Jenner and the father of her sister Kourtney Kardashian's children, Scott Disick. When she said, "I did it once and got married, I did it again and made an X-rated tape," like everything bad would happen. However, the most disturbing part is the fact that Damon was 30 when he married Kim at the age of 19. Kim would eventually divorce the music producer, citing physical and emotional trauma on Thomas's part, and they would separate in 2003. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never have to miss out on what we might just cover next. Coming back to our list, in the number 8 spot, we have Drew Barrymore. You know what's funnier than a 72-day marriage? A 19-day one, but lucky for Drew, no one actually seems to talk about it. Drew's transformation from a child star to a credible actress may have been a long process, but she got there in the end somewhat unscathed. However, one thing that didn't come out of her troubled past unscathed was her love life, as the actress has been married 3 times in such a short amount of time. With her mother encouraging her at a young age to have a typical celebrity life, attending parties even though she was only 10. She was always accompanying her mother to nightclubs, and by the age of 10 she even turned to alcohol and substances to cope with all of her trauma. By the age of 19, Drew would meet Jerry Thomas, who was 31 years old at the time, after she walked into a bar he owned, with the two separating just 19 days after. Drew would then go on to get married 2 more times, and after both those times Drew would finally vow off dating, until last year when she revealed after 6 years of not dating she was finally dating again. Number 7. Hailey Bieber. So I think we can all agree Hailey and Justin Bieber got married not only way too young but also way too fast, and that's probably why we see the couple struggling from time to time to cope with the problems that are surrounding their marriage. With Hailey opening up about reflecting on her decision to marry Justin Bieber when she was only 21 years old back in 2021, she would then tell Insider, "I was married when I was 21, 2 months before I turned 22, which is insanely young. Sounds almost ridiculous when you say it out loud. Although I do think for somebody like me and somebody like Justin, it's different. We've seen a lot for our age. We both lived enough life to know that's what we wanted." But are we really sure this is exactly what Justin wanted? Because we all know Hailey wanted to marry him since she was an obsessed fan, forcing her parents to introduce her to the star. With Hailey admitting that she had a desire to settle down early as a result of her parents' story, Justin has even gone on to admit that her parents definitely arranged his marriage, now that he thinks about it. Coming at number 6, we have Aaliyah. Just 2 years after Aaliyah signed a record deal with her uncle in Detroit when she was just 12 years old, she teamed up with R. Kelly to make her first record, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Not long after Aaliyah and Kelly entered into a relationship, by the time Aaliyah turned 15 years old, and she would remarry Kelly, who was 27 at the time, as a scheme he hatched to protect himself as he feared that he impregnated her. When her parents discovered their marriage, they would quickly have it annulled, but the scandal went on to tarnish Aaliyah's reputation more than Kelly's, as no one really considered her to be one of Kelly's first victims. In 2019, Kelly would also face charges with scheming with others to pay for a fake ID for an unnamed female a day before he married Aaliyah. And the revised indictment accused Kelly of paying a bribe in exchange for a fraudulent identification for someone identified only as Jane Doe on August 30th, 1994. A day later, Kelly married Aaliyah in a secret ceremony that he arranged in a hotel in Chicago. At the time, the U.S. Attorney's Office declined to comment about whom the ID was meant for, and the indictment didn't mention the wedding, but a person familiar with the investigation would confirm the Jane Doe was Aaliyah. However, that still didn't stop Kelly and his attorneys from maintaining the idea that he was unaware of Aaliyah's age when they were married, and the license he gave her for the wedding said that she was 18.
Halfway number number 5, Eddie Murphy and Paige Butcher. Eddie and Paige met in 2012 and started dating shortly after. The pair first met on the set of Big Mama's House 2 because Murphy was on set visiting his good friend Martin Lawrence. While there, he had an interaction with Paige and the two kept in touch. The pair have an 18-year age gap between them. The pair got engaged in 2018 and now have 2 children together, son Max and daughter Izzy. Murphy somewhat poked fun at the age gap when he shared that he had welcomed a grandchild around the same time as his second child with Butcher, saying in an interview, quote, "I have my first grandchild, so I think she's 5 months, a 5-year-old grandchild, and a 10-month-old son. Guess that makes me a heck of a fella. My son is my granddaughter's uncle." And at number 4, Sam and Aaron Taylor Johnson. These two met on the set of the movie Nowhere Boy. Sam was the director of the movie while Aaron was starring in it. Aaron was only 18 when the pair first met on the set of the film, while Sam was 41. The couple has a 23-year age gap between them. In a 2019 interview with Harper's Bazaar, the couple said that they were professional on the set of the 2009 movie, adding, quote, "But everyone on set knew. As soon as we finished, he told me he was going to marry me. We had never even been on a date or even kissed." Aaron then said that exactly a year after they met, exactly to the minute, he proposed. They got married in 2012 and changed their last name to Taylor Johnson. The couple now has 2 children together, daughters Wilda Ray and Romy Hero. And at number 3, Rosie Huntington Whitley and Jason Statham. This couple has 20 years between them, but they hardly ever notice. The couple first started dating in 2010, got engaged in 2016, and welcomed their first child, Jack Oscar, in June of 2017. There's a rumor that the couple met on the set of the Transformers movie in 2010, however that's actually not the case. Rosie confirmed on our Instagram that the pair actually met at a party in London in 2009, adding that it was, quote, "instant chemistry." The couple went public when they later went together to Coachella. After nearly 6 months of dating, they moved in together and started being seen out in public more. When asked about their age gap, Rosie said, quote, "It's never been an issue. Age is nothing but a number." The couple is now engaged and has been so for years, but are in no rush to get married. And at number 2, Dane Cook and Kelsey Taylor. This couple is a 26-year age difference. Dane Cook is 49 and his girlfriend Kelsey is 22. The couple is very public on social media and even participated in an online Q&A to answer their fans' burning questions. When one fan asked, quote, "What advice do you have to those in age gap relationships?" Cook replied, quote, "The only thing you have to do is plan that your deaths will be somewhat far apart." He also answered the question of how the couple met. Apparently Kelsey attended a party Cook had at his house, and they developed a friendship afterwards, which later turned into a relationship. In February 2018, Dane actually commented on the relationship on an episode of Jimmy Kimmel. After he mentioned the pair's 26-year age gap, he noticed an audible reaction from the crowd, and then he said, quote, "Thank you for the snickers of approval." I'm sure that wasn't judgment at all. Definitely no judgment there. And finally, number 1, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. Following her split from her ex, Caitlyn Jenner, Kris moved on to Corey Gamble. This couple is a 25-year age gap. Kris is 65 and Corey is 40. The couple have been dating since roughly 2014, and he's been featured on their reality show Keeping Up on multiple occasions. Thankfully, Corey gets along with the family quite well, however he's actually the exact same age as Kim. Not sure if that gets awkward at times. Corey and Kris met in August of 2014 at fashion designer Riccardo Tisi's 40th birthday party in Ibiza. The party was thrown by Kanye West, which makes everything just a little more fitting. If you're wondering what Corey does for work, he's a talent manager, and People magazine reported that he was working as Justin Bieber's tour manager when he first met Kris. Justin and Corey are close, and Corey often refers to him as his nephew.
At number 10, we have Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford. Billie Eilish has definitely been having a good laugh about the age difference between her and her rumored new boyfriend, Jesse Rutherford. Despite the pair being friends for years, the two have reportedly been dating in recent weeks, and neither have made comments to confirm their relationship, leaving the world guessing what's truly going on. While some people have been disgusted about the fact that the two have an 11-year age difference, many fans have come to support Billie, and they are finally happy that she seems happy with her new beau. While Billie and Jesse have decided to send a message about their age gap to critics by wearing a Halloween costume dressed as a baby and an old man, it definitely was met with some controversy, as it didn't sit well with many. One fan would even say, "Billie is grown enough to know how weird and creepy this is, BTW." However, both seem really happy spending time together, so just let the two be happy and leave it at that. At number 9, we have Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have been dating for the last 8 years, despite the pair having a 25-year age gap. Corey is 42, which makes him the same age as was Kris's second eldest daughter, Kim Kardashian. With Kris being 67, the pair started dating back in 2014 despite minor breakup rumors starting in 2017. It was later rumored that the couple was engaged when Kris appeared on the late night show in August of 2018, sporting a massive ring. However, Kris opted to eat a cricket instead of confirming or denying the engagement to Corey. However, despite any rumors since the two have been together, they have seemed pretty loved up as they have appeared on red carpets gushing over each other. Corey has been a major rock for Kris in her life, and he's been such an amazing support system for her. Not only does he have love for Kris, but he also loves her kids and they love him. So that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z first started dating back in 2001 before tying the knot on April 4th, 2008. Despite being 12 years apart, the two would go on to start a beautiful family that constantly goes on to break the internet every time Beyonce announces she is pregnant. When the two first got together, Beyonce was 26 and Jay-Z was 38. Since the two have gotten together, they've collaborated on hits such as Bonnie and Clyde, Crazy in Love, That's How You Like It, Deja Vu, and Upgrade You. Despite cheating on Beyonce, the two have gone on to work on their marriage, and they have shown everyone that age is just a number and that any family can be fixed as long as you believe in love and you work out your problems. However, Beyonce's album Lemonade definitely left us all shook when she called out Jay-Z in the most iconic way. At number 7, we have Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds first met and became good friends when they were filming Green Lantern. Jump to a year later, the pair would officially start dating in 2011, and then they would be married by 2012 despite being 11 years apart. Since the couple has been married, they have been making us all wish we could all find love like them, as their marriage seems like it came straight out of a Disney fairy tale. The couple has 3 daughters, and fun fact, did you know their youngest daughter is named Betty based on the lyrics of a Taylor Swift song, who actually happens to be close friends to the couple. Either way, Blake and Ryan have taught us it's okay to date someone older or younger as long as you're happy, and that's all that truly matters. At number 6, Nick Jonas and Priyanka. Nick Jonas and Priyanka have shattered stereotypes related to age gaps when they initially started dating and later got married. Despite the duo being 10 years apart, neither of the two have been bothered by it. Both Nick and Priyanka have shattered stereotypes by embracing their age gap wholeheartedly. Priyanka definitely likes to tease Nick about the age gap, however, she knows it has led to the success within their marriage. Nick has shown her how to use TikTok, and she's taught him about what a successful acting career actually looks like. Priyanka has also gone on to say, "I'm from India, a country rich in culture, in music, in entertainment, so clearly the Jonas brothers didn't make it over there. However, we seriously can't get over how cute it is to see these two support each other and grow their family."
Halfway number 5, Elliot Spencer and Stephen Fry. This couple met in 2014 after they were introduced by friends, and they say that laughter brought them together. Talking at the BAFTAs, Elliot Spencer insisted that he couldn't be happier with Stephen despite their 30-year age gap, saying, quote, "I don't care what people think. Stephen is the love of my life, the light of my life." The pair got married in 2014 and have been together ever since, adding, quote, "Humor is the key to everything. We laugh all the time. Humor is the binding thing in our life. I think that's what brought us together." And at number 4, Rod Stewart and Penny Lancaster. This couple has had a lot of bumps in the road during their time together, and their 27-year age gap has not been the issue. The pair got married in 2007, and it was Stewart's 3rd marriage. Recently, Lancaster appeared on the television program Loose Women, and she spoke about her marital issues in the beginning of their relationship. Early in the marriage, Penny found out that Stewart was having an affair. When speaking about that time, she said, quote, "There was a lot of pitfalls and bumps in the road, and how much can I handle of this?" But the couple was able to see it through. The couple has now been married for 14 years. And at number 3, Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer. Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer met on the set of True Blood back in 2008. At first, Paquin didn't feel a spark between them, but Moyer did. He told Andy Cohen on Watch What Happens Live, quote, "By day 3 or 4, oh, this is gonna sound so syrupy, but I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. It was within seconds, really, and it just became a thing." Soon, Paquin revealed that she felt the same way, and they started dating. The pair made sure to keep their relationship secret for the sake of the show, but word got out quickly. The pair got engaged while in Hawaii and got married in 2010. The pair are now raising twins together and co-producing Amazon Prime series Black together as well. And at number 2, Rupert Murdoch and Jerry Hall. This couple has a 25-year age gap between them. Murdoch is 90 years old, while Hall is 64. 2004. Hall was previously with Mick Jagger and they share 4 children together. Murdoch has multiple previous marriages along with 6 children. The couple got married in 2016 and have been together since. The pair met only a few months before they actually decided to get married as well. It's believed that the couple met through Rupert's sister while they were both in Australia. And finally at number 1, Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. This couple has been married since 2012 and have a 19-year age gap between them. Their age gap was a potential issue in the beginning of their relationship. Cross admitted that he had feelings for Amber since the beginning and was thinking of asking her out after they did a comedy show together. But he admits he was hesitant because of the age gap, saying, quote, "I was slow to make any moves because of our age difference, and also because she was a fan." The pair got engaged in 2011 and got married the following year. They welcomed a child together in 2017.
In at number 10, Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. If I'm gonna be honest with you, when this couple was first announced, I was pretty sure this was some sort of publicity stunt. I don't think I was the only one, but a lot of people thought so. I just thought it was a very strange coupling, you know what I mean? However, the two are still going strong and are now married. The pair first announced their relationship when Nick was 26 and Priyanka was 36. In an interview with Jimmy Kimmel, Chopra said that she and Jonas were both wearing Ralph Lauren to the Met Gala, so they ended up going together and obviously spending a lot of time together. After only 2 months of dating, the pair announced their engagement in July of 2018. The pair then had wedding ceremonies in the United States and India, where Chopra is from. Regarding their age gap, a source close to the couple said, quote, "The age difference is not a big deal to them whatsoever," adding that Nick, quote, "loves dating older women, and if anything it makes Priyanka even more attractive to him." This is because Nick is apparently an old soul.
And I got down on one knee and said, "Where have you been all my life?"
He actually did.
And at number 9, Jay-Z and Beyonce. This power couple has been together for what feels like forever. I almost forgot that they had a considerable age gap. The couple got together in 2001 when Jay was 32 and Beyonce was only 20. They got married years later in 2008 and gave birth to their first child, Blue Ivy, in 2012. The pair has dealt with marital issues related to Jay-Z's cheating and even spoke about his infidelity on his recent album, 444. The couple was able to work out their issues and they welcomed twins Rumi and Sir in 2017. And at number 8, Viola Davis and Julius Tenen. Viola Davis and Julius Tenen got married in 2003 and they've remained a strong couple ever since. The pair has a 12-year age gap between them. Viola is 55 years old while Julius is 67. The couple also adopted a child together in 2011. When speaking about how the pair met, Viola said that she was going through a time of intense loneliness, which led her to start praying for a man in her life. Less than 3 weeks later, her prayers were answered, and she met Julius on set while filming an episode of City of Angels. And at number 7, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. This happy couple has been together for more than 20 years, meeting on set in 1995. The two hit it off almost instantly and got married a year later in 1996, which actually happens to be my birth year. I mean, that's beside the point, but I just had to point that out. The couple have a 13-year age gap. Jackman is 52 while Lee Furness is 65. They've adopted 2 kids together. Jackman told People that even though his wife is technically older, it really doesn't feel like it, saying, quote, "I'm literally the adult in the relationship. She's just like a little kid. I'm the one saying, babe, that's not a legal parking spot." And I just love her even more for that.
I knew pretty soon in, but it was also my first job. Deb was a leading lady and I was fully aware this was a cliche and I was probably being ridiculous.
My New Year's resolution was I'm not dating any actors and definitely none under 30. Meet my husband.
And at number 6, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Ellen and Portia first started dating in 2004 and have been inseparable ever since. Only a year later, the couple had moved in together. The pair has a 15-year age gap. Ellen is currently 63 while Portia is 48. When talking about the relationship, Ellen said, quote, "It's the first time that I've known in every cell of my being that I'm with somebody for the rest of my life." The pair got married in 2008, shortly after gay marriage was legalized. Halfway at number 5, Florence Pugh and Zach Braff. Florence Pugh has been very vocal about her disdain for people that judge her for her age gap relationship with actor Zach Braff. Florence is 25 and Zach is 46. When asked about their gap, she said, quote, "I have the right to hang out and be with and go out with anyone I want to. I've always found this part of what people do really bizarre. I'm an actor because I like acting and I don't mind people watching my stuff, but people have no right to educate me on my private life." Continuing, quote, "I'm 24 and I can't choose who I love. There's a reason why I'm not with someone my age. It hasn't worked. So who are you trying to match me up with?" Florence also addressed this topic after she received hate for wishing her boyfriend a happy birthday on her Instagram, saying that she was forced to turn off the comments after she got tons of hate. And at number 4, Celine Dion and Renee Angel. The music legend actually got married to someone that she had known since she was only 12. Celine's manager, Renee Angel, has managed her since she started her career at the age of 12. However, years later, when Dion was 18, her feelings started to change and they started dating. The pair ended up getting married when Celine was 26 and he was 52. And even though many people had doubts about their relationship, even Celine's family, they had a long and happy marriage. They wed in 1994, had children together, and stayed together until Angel passed away from cancer at age 73 in 2016. And at number 3, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was married to Demi Moore from 1987 to 2000, but after their split, he found love again with Emma Hemming in 2008. They started dating and got married in 2009 when Willis was 54 and Hemming was 32. Their age difference was very scandalous at the time, along with how much Hemming looked like a younger version of Demi Moore. Moore actually attended their wedding. The Daily Mail said at the time that Hemming, quote, looks very much like Willis's first wife Demi Moore, just 16 years younger, adding that Hemming was only a few years older than Demi Moore's husband at that time, Ashton Kutcher. There was also a considerable 16-year age gap between that pair. And at number 2, Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid got married to PhD student Laura Savoy in October of 2019. The couple has a 39-year age gap. When talking about their age gap, Quaid said that he is not fazed, saying about the relationship, quote, I didn't go out looking for an age gap or someone really younger than me. I met her at a business event and then the relationship developed. However, it does seem to be a trend with Quaid because his last partner was 32 years younger than him. And finally, at number 1, Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie and his girlfriend set the internet ablaze when people started to realize how large of an age gap that they had. Lionel Richie and girlfriend Lisa Prigge have a 40-year age gap between them, with him being 71 while his girlfriend is 31. Online, the reaction was a mix of support and hate towards the couple. One user wrote, quote, Lionel Richie with his new bae, he's 71 and she's 30, love wins. However, some other people pointed out that he is old enough to be her grandfather, and pointing out how when he was 40, she was just born. The pair have been dating since 2014, and honestly, I was shocked to hear that Lionel Richie is 71. He looks phenomenal. I thought he was in his 50s from seeing him on American Idol. And at number 10, Bob Saget and Kelly Rizzo. The Full House star got married to his bride in 2018. The pair have a 33-year age gap between them. Apparently, Saget proposed during an episode of Stranger Things. While watching the show, he decided to get up and grab the ring he had been hiding for 4 days. Rizzo answered the question of how the couple met on TikTok. Apparently, it all started when Saget DM'd her on Instagram. Apparently, Saget even contacted someone that knew her beforehand to get a better read on her. After that friend spoke highly of her, Saget decided to ask her on a date. Now the rest is history and they've been together ever since. And at number 9, Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger. When this couple first got together, no one was really even talking about their age gap because everyone was more concerned with the drama around them. Firstly was that Pratt was going to be marrying Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, and that Pratt was going to be getting married after her shocking divorce from Anna Faris. At the time they married, Katherine was 31 and Pratt was 41. The couple got married in 2019 and welcomed their first child, daughter named Lila, in August of 2020. And Katherine might have actually manifested the relationship happening beforehand in 2018, because in an interview she was asked which Pratt was her favorite, and she replied, quote, Chris Pratt. He's been looking so good lately. Or maybe he just saw that and decided to hit her up. Who knows? And at number 8, William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman. This couple is even more interesting to me because I just started rewatching Desperate Housewives again, and I forgot how amazing that show is. It's literally one of my all-time favorite shows. Lynette is also my favorite housewife on that show, if you're wondering. William and Felicity dated on and off for 15 years before they finally decided to get married in 1997. The pair have a 12-year age gap between them. The couple has been together ever since and now have 2 daughters together. The family was also the subject of controversy when it was revealed that Felicity Huffman paid someone to take the SATs for one of her daughters, and she ended up serving 14 days in jail for her role in that scandal. And at number 7, Daryl Hannah and Neil Young. This union was revealed accidentally while Young was discussing voting at a conference and referred to Hannah as his wife. The couple started dating in 2014 and decided to get married 4 years later in 2018. There is a 15-year age gap between them. Young is 75 and Hannah is 60. Apparently, the couple had 2 separate ceremonies to celebrate their union. One was on Neil Young's yacht and another was just in California. And at number 6, Heidi Klum and Tom Cowlitz. This pair started dating in 2018 and Klum is 16 years his senior. Klum has spoken about the age gap and told In Style, quote, my boyfriend is many years younger than me, and lots of people are questioning that and asking about it. That's really the only time when age seems to be shoved in my face. and I have to give an answer for it. I don't really think much about it otherwise. The couple got married in 2019 in a small legal ceremony, then had the full-blown wedding in August of 2019. And Heidi has revealed that there's no doubt that Tom is the one for her, telling people, quote, "He is the kindest, sweetest, most caring, loving person. I feel so lucky. I don't know the last time I was this happy in my life. He is absolutely wonderful. Maybe it's because he is German and we understand each other in a different way, but so far so good." He's also apparently a phenomenal stepdad to her 4 children.
Number 5. Marilyn Monroe. It's clear that Marilyn Monroe lived a really tough life. As many fans of Marilyn know, she did not grow up with her parents, as her mother Gladys Pearl Baker was not prepared to raise a child. With her mother later being diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, as a result, she had to give Marilyn to a foster family. Marilyn would then go on to be raised in numerous foster homes and orphanages, and eventually she lived in the home of her mother's friend's house, Grace Goddard, and her husband, Erwin Doc Goddard. During high school, however, in 1942, right as Marilyn was turning 16, Doc's job relocated him out of the state, and due to California's protection laws, he wouldn't be able to bring Monroe along with him. This would then force her to go back to the orphanage. As a result, Marilyn would then settle by marrying her neighbor, James Doherty, who was 21 years old, so she could avoid being sent back to the orphanage. Monroe then dropped out of school to become a housewife. James later enlisted in the Marines, and the couple would finally divorce by 1946. And coming in number 4, we have Milla Jovovich. In the early 90s, Milla Jovovich was in a hurry to grow up. The model and actress got her big break in movies in 1993 when she landed a role in a cult comedy classic called Dazed and Confused. Years later, she told the Daily Mail that the flick also marked a big break in her love life because she decided to elope with her co-star and boyfriend Shawn Andrews, who was only 21 years old. With the two getting hitched in Las Vegas when Milla was only 16 years old, the Residence Evil star would later reveal she wasn't even into actors and she just did it to prove a point to her mom and to score a bank card. Later, Milla would even open up about her relationship when she said, "I was a big girl as far as I was concerned, and I wanted to establish myself as an adult. And I was working like one and being treated like one by everyone else. It wasn't about being in love." The pair then went on to get married in secret in 1992, and just 2 months later, according to the director of Dazed and Confused, he would state he believed that the marriage ended after Milla's mother had it annulled. Number 3. Courtney Stodden. Back in 2022, Courtney Stodden would speak out about being married to actor Doug Hutchinson when they were 16 and Doug was 51 by saying they were exploited. Courtney, who uses the pronouns they them, would go on to say they exchanged vows with Doug in Las Vegas back in 2011 with parental consent, as Nevada's law at the time stated those under 18 could get married but only with parental consent. And with there being no minimum limit in the state at the time, parental consent and a judge sign-off was required for anyone under the age of 16. Recounting the experience when they appeared on an episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast, Courtney, who's divorced from the Lost actor that was finalized in 2022, told the host that their relationship actually started over email and things quickly progressed. Doug then went on to convince Courtney's parents that the pair should get married in 1 week after they all met in person. When Courtney went on to speak about her mother, they would highlight that their mother was receiving a lot of hate and they could understand why, because it was wrong for their mom to sign them away to a man who was 34 years older than them. With nothing preparing them for the life they had entered into, they just wanted people to know that the relationship wasn't okay, and someone should have realized that she wasn't mature enough to make her own decisions. Number 2. Demi Moore. Demi Moore's first marriage was to musician Freddie Moore when the actress was just 17 years old, with Demi giving fans an inside look of her 3 marriages in her memoir Inside Out. In the book, she would recall her and Freddie's marriage, which only lasted until 1984. With Demi admitting that she was very unfaithful to the musician who was 29, especially on the night before they were set to say I do. She would go on to say, "The night before we got married, instead of working on my videos, I was calling a guy I'd met on a movie set. I snuck out of my own bachelorette party and went to his apartment." Demi then went on to note that the reason she did this was because she was having doubts and she couldn't face the fact that she was actually getting married because she was trying to distract herself from grieving the passing of her father. Because she felt like there was was no room to question what was really in motion. She felt like the only way she could get out of her marriage was to sabotage it. Eventually, the two went on to get a divorce, and Demi would keep her married name as her stage name. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Bindi Irwin. Bindi Irwin and Chandler Powell have a movie-worth romance. With the pair meeting as teenagers in late 2013, they stayed in touch for a couple of years before they became an official couple in 2015. Chandler would then move to Australia to be with Bindi, and later he would ask her to marry him in 2019. The couple then finally got married the following year when she was 21 and he was 23, and then by 2021 they would welcome their daughter Grace. Bindi, alongside her brother and mom, have continued working for her late father Steve Irwin, who is known most for his stage name The Crocodile Hunter. For years, Steve traveled across the globe to protect animals and help preserve the environment before his passing. Now Bindi does the work with her own family, and even Chandler has become equally passionate about the wildlife, and they have been showing their daughter how to have passion for it as well. With the couple meeting in the Australia Zoo to go on to welcome their daughter and allowing her to grow up in her grandfather's legacy, I think when it comes to this marriage, Steve Irwin would be extremely proud.